if you create a LinkedIn event and you do the event, and you actually do your performance, as soon as that event happens, boom, it goes away. Now, what I've found is when I send links out in the world, that's me, I'm doing that, okay? That just says, you've got 1 more minute, Mike. Okay, so what happens is, down on the bottom it says, how many other attendees have registered for the event? So 1 hour before the event, I click the Manage Event button, and I change the date and time because the link for that event is persistent. Okay, so all of the love that's out there promoting that event remains, and the social proof remains. So it looks like you've got thousands of people attending your event. You need that, you want that. Okay, that alone is worth the price of admission, I guarantee it.
On May 5th, 2003, LinkedIn was launched and has since become the only social media network dedicated to creating business relationships. LinkedIn has over 750 million members, and over 90% of Genius Network members are listed. The question is, are you using the power of LinkedIn to help you generate a constant stream of qualified prospects who schedule appointments with you knowing you're going to be presenting an offer to them? The LinkedIn event strategy does not rely on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, paid social media, and other cumbersome, complicated, and expensive methods. You're in for a treat listening to Mike Koenigs. He's a 5-time serial entrepreneur with 2 public exits, an angel investor, judge on Entrepreneur.com's elevator pitch, 13 times best-selling author, contributor and columnist for Fast Company, Entrepreneur, Forbes, and Influence magazine, speaker, podcast host, online personality, and influencer. He's helped over 61,000 business owners with his marketing services over the past 30 years. Mike has been a legend in Genius Network for over 10 years. Yes, he wears crazy shoes, wild clothes, and brings so much energy and passion to every message he brings you. Fasten your seatbelt and get ready for an amazing ride titled How to Generate 20 to 80 Business-to-Business Leads Per Day on Autopilot with LinkedIn Events. Let's welcome the one and only Mike Koenigs. Give it up.
You're the best.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi. All right, well, here's how we can begin is just imagine for a moment you've got 20 to 50 leads coming in a day. So they are highly qualified prospects who've opted into something you're offering. My question for you is, if you had that many leads coming in for your business, how many of them would you be able to convert if you just use your typical conversion analytics? And how much revenue would that amount to per year for you? For most of us, especially if we're in B2B, it'd be a lot. So this is targeted on B2B. So Joe already mentioned that May 5th, 2003, LinkedIn was born, and I don't know, raise your hand if you added yourself right away or within the first year, okay? Keep your hands up or raise your hands if you do have active LinkedIn profiles and you use it regularly, at least check in on it, okay? Now, let's just face it, it's turned into a shite hole for the most part, just like all of social media. It's a lot of noise and garbage. But there are ways to use LinkedIn and have it work for you, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So the first thing that I think is important to realize here is I'm going to go through and demonstrate and show you some screens. They may go by very quickly. It's not what's on the screen that's important, it's the ideas that matter most, because this is a multi-layered meta look at how to leverage LinkedIn. And there's just a few key things that are really, really important for you to take into account. So I already asked you, how do I generate a constant stream of right fit qualified prospects that schedule an appointment and know they're going to be pitched an offer? That really is what all of us need, is how do you pre-program their minds and pre-qualify them, and also they know that this is what this is about. Unlike garbage registrations, you always have someone saying, hey, will you register? Hey, can we schedule a coffee talk or whatever it is? It's just like time-wasting BS. So this is different than that. So first of all, the answer is using free LinkedIn marketing events that can generate 100 to 200 prospects. This is what mine looks like. I know it's a little bit washed out on this display.
It's actually, that one's better.
That one's better? Okay. Well, let's just direct our attention over here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So this LinkedIn event, this generated 1,869 prospects, but there are a lot of non-obvious gotchas you've got to look for, and that's really what I'm going to show you here is the stuff that works, the stuff that doesn't. And I've invested about $150,000 and 8 months of time refining this process, and we're about to launch and have 4 simultaneous events running. The truth of the matter is we've gotten to the point now where we're booked so far into the future, I can't take a lot of new business. So we've been doing this with and for some other folks. So first of all, what is a LinkedIn event? Number one, they're 100% free to set up. Number two, you can download the leads immediately as they come in. They can actually be added to your CRM so you can start a conversation right away. And you can connect them to a Zoom webinar for nearly 100% email deliverability. Notice I'm not talking about the event. You can add a traditional landing page. LinkedIn now actually gives you SEO when you connect a landing page, when you set it up right, and you can auto add the leads to build a list, okay? So this is what a LinkedIn event looks like. And you'll see on the bottom here, and I'm gonna click on the page, they support adding your own outside landing page where you can have social proof, more information, just a sexy little link. So people can register 2 different ways. Here's the most important takeaway. The event doesn't matter. Not even a little bit. You don't care about the event because what you're doing is when the leads are coming in, you're actually building rapport and relationship with them right away and able to present to them your offer very, very quickly.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this video, and I want to let you know that I have a new book that's come out, and if you'd like to get it absolutely free, there's a link below in the description, or you can wait till the end of this video, or you can simply go to joesfreebook.com and you can get a copy there.
So step one, you create your event, and it must be done under a business. So there's a button on LinkedIn where you can click, create an event. You could literally do it in the next 10 minutes, and when you click on that, you set up a page, so that's what it looks like, create event, you fill in a form, you add a picture, you give it a description, schedule a date and a time. Now, if you just do it using the default mode, you're already screwed, okay? So what you have to do is you have to do it under a business, and when that happens, a couple extra forms come up. One of them is an external registration link. The other one is you paste in your policy information, but you check the box that says use LinkedIn registration form. Here's what happens. As soon as you publish your event, what shows up next is a button that's will say register or join. One click to register, and that automatically goes into a spreadsheet for you that you can download daily or connect to your CRM. So the next thing you can do is click a button, invite, and when you click that, you can invite up to 1,000 of your followers per week to your event. Okay, they're going to get it in their feed. Now, only people who are on LinkedIn a lot are actually going to see it. It's not super effective, but there's other ways to get people to join the event. That's step number 3, send invites. So you're going to get this PDF, so you don't have to worry about reading it, but I've got a basic invite structure here on what I paste. And I have a team that goes out and invite people on different groups. You find similar groups that invites on, and you basically send out messages. I have that done in mass. So again, you can scale this however you want. Here's what's important. As soon as they register, you can see them and you can send a message, and I have an assistant 2 times a day, send a little message saying, hey, thanks for registering. Can I ask you some questions? Oh, by the way, if you'd like, I'll send you a copy of the presentation before we do it. So I create that conversation right away. If they start a conversation, boom, I lead them to scheduling an appointment, okay? But they've opted in. Step 4, Zap. If you're familiar with Zapier, this is a tool you can subscribe to. Again, it's going to look kind of technical, whizzing by, but you can automate the moment someone registers and clicks the join or registration. Our Zaps automatically add the lead to a Google Sheet. So I've got a Google Sheet with everything in it. And you get their name, their email, their business, their title, date and time. I also add it to Zoom because Zoom has 100% deliverability, right? And I also add to our CRM. And then I add to one other little nugget as well. So that's the automation sequence. That's an example of the 2,000 or so leads that are in the spreadsheet that we auto add to. Zoom, as I said, gets close to 100% open rates. And a lot of people don't know this, but in Zoom, you can specify, send a registration email, boop, 100% deliverability. Also send the week before, the day before, and the day or an hour before. It's multiple touch points. If your CRM isn't doing deliverability, I guarantee you Zoom will. Okay? That is a kick-ass update. You should be doing that with all your Zoom events anyway. Okay? Next, we hyper-personalize. What does that mean? Well, we use a tool. One of them is called Lemlist. And if you see here, that is a personalized cup with your name on it and my name on it, okay? I can also personalize, so I can grab the sticker, your LinkedIn picture, and put it on the cup. So it'll be like, hey, thanks for registering. Want to chat? Can I help you out? So I like to start a personalized conversation. It's hyper-personalization. Step 7 is the Enroll Now part of the show. Now, what I ultimately am trying to do is get people to go to a landing page and schedule an appointment and hopefully watch a little bit of content, or I'll drip on them over a period of time. So if you want to see mine, it's paidforlife.com/go. All it is filled with social proof, a little bit about you, and the booking link, the booking link, the booking link, the booking link, as many times as possible, okay? That's the only thing that matters here. Hell, let's have a conversation. All right, next up, if you want to, this might scare a few of you, but there are some tools. There's dropcontact.io, salesql.com are AI-identified. Everyone's information is in a massive database. I can get your mobile number, your home address, and all kinds of other creepy information, including your net worth and your income, because it's compiled from 28 different databases all in one place that I can subscribe to. So if I want to send you a hyper-personalized book or any kind of info, that's where I go to. So I can download the database right from LinkedIn, pump it into one of these services, and bam, out comes really yummy data that's up to date. Because I don't know about you, but I put my junk email in LinkedIn. Okay? So this is an example of what the data looks like when it spits out on the other side. Now, this is one of the biggest and most important things of all. The red herring. On the day of your event, you change the date for social proof and continued leads. What does that mean? Well, if you create a LinkedIn event and you do the event, and you actually do your performance, as soon as that event happens, boom, it goes away. Now, what I've found is when I send links out in the world, that's me, I'm doing that, okay? That just says, you've got 1 more minute, Mike. Okay, so what happens is, down on the bottom it says, how many other attendees have registered for the event? So 1 hour before the event, I click the Manage Event button, and I change the date and time because the link for that event is persistent, okay? So all of the love that's out there promoting that event remains, and the social proof remains. So it looks like you've got thousands of people attending your event. You need that, you want that, okay? That alone is worth the price of admission, I guarantee it. And I'm almost done. Full disclosure, I do have a team that researches and builds rapport with the people as they come in and they send mass invites. So on a limited basis, Meta 1, you can do a basic event, but you can also get a team who's sending out invites and you get a lot more love. So in summary, you create your event, that's free. You invite connections to your event, those are your followings. You integrate with Zapier, that's the tool that lets you send messages from all these other things. You can connect to Zoom to leverage 100% email deliverability. You can enrich with multiple tools to get more direct contact info. You can hyper-personalize with Lemlist. That's sort of like a tier 2 or tier 3 thing. The most important thing is, if you get a lead, time kills deals. If you let a half a day or a day go by, people aren't going to remember what they registered for in the first time, because LinkedIn is junk. But if you build rapport and treat people like a good human being and add value, they want to talk to you. That really is the secret. So I know we're going to be doing some questions. That, by the way, I've got a little link up here for a video that I did a walkthrough. It's not pitchy, it's right on YouTube. And then the PDF of this download, it's going to be in the membership area, but I put a direct link to it if you want to see it now. That's it. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you. So what we're going to do, we're going to have Joel come up, do a real quick thing, and then any questions, whatever questions you have for Mike or what you thought of this, please put it in the chat. You can take a look at it during lunch and then when we come back.
Right on. Hi, my brother.
All right, Mike. We've done this many times. You got a can. My comments are for you, not for Mike. What did he do that worked? How can you do the same thing when you've got to make a presentation live or virtual, which we've got both of them here? Ask me what makes a great speaker.
I think charisma.
No, ask me.
What makes a great speaker?
Results.
Oh, yeah.
Results. You just saw a great speaker. Watch every one of his videos in the members site. He's got knowledge, experience, passion, energy, clarity of message. Anybody doubt what he talked about? Was it about LinkedIn? That's all he talked about. One simple thing, right on target. His opening, just imagine that these leads are coming in. Putting the picture of what the promise is right in the beginning. He anticipated the fact that he was going to scroll through so many things, and he said, don't worry about it. It's not about the event. So he prepared you for what could have been a negative, moving through that so quickly. That was brilliant, Mike. And how did he get results? 1,849 prospects? Would that tell you this thing works? That's what you need to do. Prove that what you're doing worked. And then he talked to you, the singular thing. He didn't say all of you, many of you. He talked about you, and that was important. And then he reminded you the event didn't matter. Are you preparing your audience for what they should be looking for so they don't get distracted? And the sounds of my seatmates. What does that mean? Oh, wow. That's what I heard in my seat. My neighbors were making sounds. Why does the audience make a sound? Because you're connecting. Oh, wow. That was great. That's what you need to have. And he had his own timer built in, and he's got crazy shoes, great energy, and let's give him some love. Great job, Mike.
Jesus socks. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Okay, I hope you found that video awesome and useful. So if you want to get a free copy of my book, I want you to click here. And if you want to watch some more videos that'll be useful and awesome, click here. Go ahead. You're over here. Do it now. Come on. Thank you. Watch them.